right around the time of 9/11, I was named the next CEO of Brookfield Office Properties, a public company that had at the time about a $2 billion equity base. And 9/11 occurred. Half of that equity base was centered in properties that were immediately adjacent to the World Trade Center. What I learned on the 12th of September, the day after 9/11, is that we had 1 year to rebuild our buildings that were severely damaged by 9/11, or our tenants could break their leases. So if you can imagine, half the equity base of the company was based in these 5 buildings across the street. We had to get these buildings fixed and the tenants back in so they couldn't break their leases, or basically the whole enterprise was at risk. I came in on the 12th of September thinking this is everything the company needs to be focused on. And John, in his great way, said, look, it is great, and we do have to fix the buildings, but what's really important is to fix Lower Manhattan, or if we don't do that, what's it worth? Like, what's the point? And what John realized is that the government was going to be responsible for the redevelopment of Lower Manhattan, yet the governments often aren't efficient. They often they struggle to pull the resources together to fund the projects that they need. So John basically said, we need to allocate a pile of money to help with this initiative. So we hired architects and engineers and basically came up with our own framework and plan for the redevelopment of Lower Manhattan. We gave the agency involved in working on the plan free space in our office building a few floors away, and John was up and down in the elevator handing them our plans. Much of our thinking was incorporated into the final plan. From John, I really learned about the big picture.